Alright, okay, here we go. Hello everybody, welcome to another video. I'm issuing myself a challenge here. And this is really going to freak me out because you'd be surprised how often I edit stuff. I'm issuing myself a challenge to not do a single, cut because I mess up commentary this entire video. And that may seem weird to you guys watching because hopefully it's fairly seamless normally, but I feel like I've got to get into the habit of, not messing up so much and just relying on the fact I can cut whatever the hell I want, do whatever the hell I want in post. Anyway, hello everyone. Welcome to another video. So today, we're on the second floor of the pyramid, which is known overall as the Tomb of Rites. But we're doing the Tomb of Sacrifice, which is like a tomb within the tomb. Tombception here. And we're going to be exploring this area, hopefully, to find another key. Last episode, we did the Tomb of Offerings. And we found this tomb key here, just like we found on the lower floor. I actually saw a few posts on the forums in this game where people were like, oh, I got some tomb keys, but I don't know where they go. We're going to use them later on. We don't really have any idea where these ones are going to be slotting in, but seems like a good idea to keep working. This area can be pretty dangerous, can be pretty difficult. So here we go, let's have a little bit of a look. If the audio sounds a little bit different today, it's because I got rid of the curtains in the room I record in. And instead I've got a blind up now, which really isn't very good at keeping light out, I've suddenly realized. Apparently people can see in from outside, so I may need to put curtains back up again, which is totally going to suck. Only because, I have to change and stuff in this room. But the other thing it's going to affect is probably echo. I don't know. Maybe you guys can't hear it, and if you can't, then that's perfect. But definitely I hear way more echo. Anyway, so we start off with this interesting little puzzle here. We got one sign that says the Guardian of the Moon. We get another one that says Champion of the Sun. Funnily enough, when I first came in this room on my test file, all I noticed was that there were loads of holders for torches, all over the place. And immediately I was like, oh yeah, there's no way that these are here empty. I mean, Grimrock 1 had so many empty torch holders. Do you guys remember? This game tends to not have them, so I just immediately thought to myself, I'll light everything up. And this was where I noticed that the lighting engine in the game is a little bit more detailed, I guess, or capable than I'd originally thought. You can really light a room up. Look at all these lights. You'd expect that most of the time, and in Grimrock 1 too, they would just light up to, if you have a torch here, it's just going to light maybe these 4 squares and a little bit over here. But having 2 torches in the same area doesn't make it even brighter, but in this game it seems to. These are really well lit areas right now. So we do have a lot of torch holders, and once you read the 2 signs, it should be pretty obvious what we've got to do to come through this tomb here. And so we've got the moon and the sun. Well, what if the moon likes the dark, or the moon comes out in the dark and the sun comes out during the day? So what if we light up the sun room, we darken the moon room? Oh, that dramatic pause there didn't quite work. And you'll notice that this door opens. Can't remember, we've probably got some enemies. Maybe I'll kill a Gorgon really quickly. You guys were talking a lot about where Gorgons are from, Greek mythology and stuff. I feel like I really want to get into that stuff, but I don't know. I feel like you have to take a class on ancient history to suddenly know loads about Greek mythology and everything those people used to believe in and stuff like that. As fascinating as it would be. Oh my god, hello. Don't. Did we get petrified? I don't actually know whether the Gorgons have a range on their petrify attack, or whether you just have to be generally angled at them. This is kind of horrible where we're fighting him right now, though. We're out of energy for that, so... Okay, this is good, this is good. Yes, nice, and we dodged the petrify. No, that isn't what I wanted to do. Go, Jonker. Go, 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 go. Okay, where's the way? Where? How do I get out? Okay, there we go, that's fine. These guys are so scary. Okay, Jonker, you're gonna have to go to the back line, buddy. Here we go. He's gonna kill him. He's gonna bang one-shot him. Okay, that wasn't quite a one-shot. It was 191 damage though. Definitely want to go accuracy. In fact, I was gonna mention, we're pretty low in our level, but we do have quite a lot of food, so I think I'm going to start nomming with Jonker. But this episode, I'm going to do it a little bit more smartly. First of all, though, Tickrit just leveled up. I did promise you guys at the end of the last episode that he was really close to Alchemy level 4. We have finally got this. I've had a guildie pestering me about this for so long. So at the 4th skill level, you can brew stronger healing and energy potions. So other potions, like the more miscellaneous ones, those won't be affected. But the healing and energy ones in particular will. So let's check this out. We'll put our mortar and pestle in hand. We will grab a blood drop cap. And you'll notice we get this lovely big flask now. And this thing, so check out Jonker's health. It's pretty good that it's low actually at the moment. So Jonker has a small potion. This is how much it heals him. Still quite a substantial amount. And I feel like it's going to be a waste now to use the greater healing potion. The greater one would just max him out instantly. You're going to need a lot of health for these things to stop being really, really significant for you. So yeah, but also the other thing about Tickrit is don't forget he does have different recipes as he goes higher in alchemy. So there are speed potions, which we crafted a bunch of before, if you remember. which we'll be able to use probably in this episode. And then we've got some anti-venom. We've got a rage potion at level 4. So this is a blood drop cap and a falcon skyer. We'll try it out just to demonstrate, even though this will cost us a healing potion. So we've got this and a falcon skyer. Was these ones, right? And here you go. You can now create rage potions. And so, like, if Jonker has a rage and a quickness potion on him, or a speed potion, he's just going to do so much more damage. The rage potion boosts your damage so much higher. That 500 damage crit we got, imagine that on a ridiculously short cooldown and maybe even higher. So yeah, that's a new potion that Tikrit can now create. And we also have the Transmuter's potion. Now this will cost you 1 Mudwort and 1 Falcon Sky, so it's actually not too bad to craft. However, I'm not gonna create that this episode. I'm gonna hang that over your head. I'm gonna tease you guys with that a little bit. We will do that in a later episode. So let's move on. Deeper into the tomb, I suppose. Reclaim our arrows, actually equip the bow, shall we? I know some of you guys noticed it. I noticed something weird as well. You notice how we got cannonballs? You guys, again, have already been thinking, oh, this is some kind of missile weapon ammo. And we've got crossbow quarrels too, and we have no crossbow. And this could be because we skipped the ruins of Desirune. I honestly have no idea, because I haven't been there ever before. Over here, though, we got even more ammunition. It's like they kind of expect you to, I don't know, have 10 shots between each time you find ammo. Unless maybe you spend a lockpick on it or something. So we come into this room. The pyramid, you will have noticed in these episodes, I'm scanning the walls an awful lot. That's because I'm not 100% confident of where everything is right now. But in general, the pyramid doesn't actually have that many secret, you press this button and it opens a wall. And that's to the disappointment of some. I can understand that because, a pyramid, Jesus, if you get anywhere close in real life to places with traps and trapdoors and booby traps and stuff, surely it's going to be the pyramid. You tend to not get that here so much. The secrets are better, more intelligently hidden, I suppose. So anyway, in this room, we got a fireball. And it's bouncing around very scarily. We also have a trapdoor. Now, do I want to go down the trapdoor first? Do I want to go? I think I do want to go down the trapdoor. Let's save it. Okay. And do we want to create some shields, maybe? Sannon, what was your shield spell? Scroll of shield all across the middle. Okay. That's fine. Do you know what? Maybe that's okay. Maybe we could use a rage potion. Maybe we could use a quickness potion. Let's use a quickness potion. At least on Jonker so you can hit quicker. Alright, here we go. Now we're going to climb down with Lotopatho. Get ready? Oh, I don't know. Can you hear anything? Oh, this is amazing. We're actually in a great area. So by pressing this button, I'll talk about that in a second. Okay, no, I'll talk about it now. We may release enemies into here. But check it out. Don't forget we've gone down a floor because we went down a trapdoor. And we're now back in the main room. So do you remember how the main room, it was just like a long corridor on the original floor. And then we had the 2 gates, right? And you had to walk all the way through to get through the teleporters to get on the other side of the gate. And even further along with the 2 doors with the keys, right? You're oriented. And then there's the trapdoor puzzle further along down there. Well, it turns out there are whole other sections of the first floor hidden behind secret walls. So this is the first one here. And you can, maybe it's a slight spoiler, but there's another one behind here as well. So these large sections of floor 1 actually have a lot more stuff to do. We may end up not even being able to complete this tomb today because I believe the downstairs area on this one is rather a long puzzle. And I feel bad because I feel like I've just wasted those potions. Well, no, I've definitely wasted one of those potions. But they're not too costly to make, so that's okay. We've got some mole jerky. Was I in the middle of telling you guys about how I was going to eat loads of food and I was going to be smart about who I was feeding it to? Just going to wait for people to be hungry? Whatever, we'll do that with Jonker later. So there's just a couple of random mummies down here. What is this? God, what I remember about this floor is clearly all fucked up because I thought for sure that this was like a huge gauntlet kind of area. Alright, okay, so what have we got here? We have another tomb. This is the Tomb of the Guardians. I'll just let you guys know, I think, as far as I can remember, this is entirely optional. This entire, like, little section. It's just, hey, do you want to do this little downstairs bit? This area is a mess, can I just say? It's a convoluted mess. And it took me a little while to figure it out. I guess it's kind of fun to figure out the puzzle, but it's just like, okay, here we've got a pressure pad. Our ultimate goal is to get through that door. Now, we've got a closed trapdoor in front of us and a trapdoor that takes us underneath the pyramid. So we may as well check what's down here. Now down here we've got a locked door. We've also got a torch that's running out on Sannon here, so let's throw that away. We've also got a locked door here, and then we've got a teleport that will take us back upstairs. None of these walls have secret switches. There's some mole jerky here, and around here we can quite clearly see what looks to be some kind of secret, right? There's a pressure pad over there, there's something in that wall, a bomb, and then there's something over there as well, some kind of potion that will boost our stats. So really for this little secret, this isn't the entire Tomb of the Guardians, but for this, we want to get in there somehow. But there's nothing else we can do on this floor. It's just this tiny little hallway. Okay? So, here we go. the teleporter drops us immediately onto this. So it would straight away seem that we want to have weight on this pressure pad, okay? Because we want that door open. But you'll notice very slyly, there's actually a teleporter. Can you see that? Just to the right of the door, watch. A teleporter appears there as well. Now, what the hell that is used for, we have no idea right now. But let's just drop an arrow, shall we? Over here, we also have another pressure pad. And this one seems to close a trapdoor over there. And doesn't affect the teleporter, which is now slightly on its left. So let's just put weight on there as well, right? That's what you always do with puzzles like this. Ah, but now there's a teleporter here. So why is there suddenly a teleporter here? Well, just like this pressure pad also does two things. It opens that trapdoor, and it also creates this here. So why don't we walk through? Ah, well now look, we're on the other side of the pressure pad we placed the arrow on to create the teleporter that put us here. And there's a trapdoor, a new one for us. So what if we climb down here? Will this take us to the secret? Ah, no it doesn't. So we still can't actually get in there. That's not as simple as it looks. Let's come back upstairs. We still have pressure on both of these two pressure plates. There's still this, so we'll come through. But what does this let us do? Pretty much nothing, right? This is the only area we can go. There's no secret buttons. But luckily, because we put this arrow on this far side of the pressure pad, we can actually reclaim it, take pressure off, thus closing this again, and allowing us through. Well, really, we want to get through that door on the other side, but we can't because we're blocked by this teleporter, which, as you guessed it, takes you back. Ah, so what if we don't have weight on this, which is going to close the door, but it would make that teleporter back over there disappear. Now, we will put pressure on this. We'll make sure we weigh it down on the far side. Now, we'll come back. Now, we tread through this. Now, we reclaim the arrow. Now, we come through. And, haha, we can get through now because the teleporter's not here. Well, now we've still got to get through the door. So, let's fire our arrow over there. Put weight on the pressure pad. Opens the door. And we're through. Ah. But what about that secret? Well, this is the last pressure pad really for us to climb down, right? Let's have a look. Ah, well, this still doesn't work. We're just in front of this door. So, this is the bit that kind of can stump you. You can think, oh, yeah, I figured it out. You know, I just managed to go through. I did the little sequence of events. But what about for those of you who want to get that secret? Well, for those of you, you need to get through this trapdoor here that we're currently stood on. So, let's reclaim our... Actually, wait, do we want to reclaim our... Where's the thing we're currently weighed down? It's here, right? So, we want to reclaim this. We want to have this weighed down on the far side. We want to come through here. I'm totally winging this, by the way, right now. Then we want to reclaim the arrow. Then we want to come through here. And what do we want to do? God damn it. I'm winging it and it's not working. How do we open that trapdoor there? I forget. Does that open? Oh, yes, it does. All right. So the thing that you want to remember is that while you have... Okay, hold on. Let's climb down and redo this. What you want to remember is that one of these pressure pads... This one here. While you weigh it down, it does two things, remember? I remember now. It does two things. Not only does it create a teleporter in front of us, as you'll see, okay? But it also opens the trapdoor underneath. But we can't get through the trapdoor underneath because the teleporter's on there. So how can we deal with this? Well, it's a subtle little thing. The trapdoor opens before the teleporter appears. So maybe you can run really quick. Get ready? Ah, well, no, that theory doesn't quite pan out. But what if we maybe put something on this area and try and have it like in the middle as you possibly can? I think that should be okay. I mean, hell, we'll do it with some darts here as well. Scatter them around. Oh god, I did not mean to throw that. Okay, so we'll put them there. And now when we weigh this down, you'll notice all this stuff disappeared. And it didn't actually go through that teleporter. It instead went to the floor below. Now, because it went to the floor below, it fell down the trapdoor we can't possibly ever get down. And because it fell down that trapdoor down there, damn it, we messed it up, or we missed. Because it fell down there, I'll zoom in, you can actually see the items are there, and they're just scattered around the trapdoor. Unfortunately, they never fell directly flush on it. So what you want to do is just basically take this principle and figure it in such a way that your stuff lands directly in the middle. But I can't really, I don't know. I find it a bit difficult to figure out how I did it before. Maybe I want to do it like this, drop it right in the middle. It should land flush on it. I mean, really. Can't imagine that being any worse. Unless there's some way you can, like, maybe from really far range fire something that lands perfectly in the middle. Maybe that's the way they did it and I fluked it on my test file. Oh my god, we've got rid of all these darts. Okay, here we go. Let's climb down. Hopefully this will work. Oh, it sounded like something opened there, didn't it? Damn it! What? It's not working. That totally should have worked. This worked before for me. Alright, that's kind of scary. Oh, did it work? Yeah. Oh, Jesus, it did work. Okay. It wasn't that gate that was supposed to open. It was this door that opens. Yeah, let's ignore all of that. There we go. So, we are done. I do know what I'm talking about, guys. What are you talking about? Obviously, I know what I'm doing. Alright. We don't want the arrow there either. Jesus. So, there you go. That's this puzzle. Plus the little secret that comes with it. And I've got to collect all these fucking little darts now. Excuse me one moment while I collect them all. Didn't we have 6? Where the heck are the rest of them? Oh, no, we do have 6. Wait, what? Didn't we have more than 6? And what about the blowpipe itself? Oh, well, that's weighing down the pressure pad upstairs. Okay, that's fine. All right, so anyway, the spoils of our secret are a potion of willpower. Pretty much never going to want to put that on anyone else other than the Sandon at this point. So there you go. He gets willpower +1. And we've got some poison bombs as well. As usual, I'm forgetting who carries the bombs. It is Lotopatho, but he's starting to get a little bit weighed down now. So I'm going to start shifting some of them over to Jonker like that. Okay, cool. And there you go. That's the secret. You might think, oh, well, I've got to leave it here, something on this to get through, but you can just run through very quickly, and we're done. So let's reclaim this. Well, we can put it over there. Then we're going to come down, make sure there's no weight on this, which there's not. Good. Now we're going to come down. We're going to have to pick this up. We're going to put that in our hand. We're going to turn around. We're going to fire an arrow over there. It's going to open the door behind us, and we are through. Excellent. Well, now we get another secret. As I said, this entire area here is optional. There is a room there. Now, this should set off alarm bells straight away. You should be like, okay, this seems really kind of scary. There are monsters sealed behind cages or force fields, okay? And some kind of gate. Now, over here, in this room, we can see another one, and there is a badass looking sword in there, which we really want. There's also a lizard on a stick. We'll grab that. So this is like the ultimate goal of this secret. This sword. This is what we want. This is what Jonker's going to be wrecking face with very soon. But how do we get this amazing legendary weapon? Oh my god, how did one of the darts come all the way down here? That's weird. Unless that's just a totally new one, I suppose. Well, we want to go through this teleporter. Now, I'll tell you guys, this is probably one of the hardest encounters I've played on the game so far, to go through there. Now, you might be thinking straight away, okay, we're going to end up in the room, and that's indeed what happens. You walk through, and you're surrounded by snakes and gorgons, and they just own you. So how do we deal with this? Well, I've not really seen this in guides or anything. I was pretty proud of it for figuring it out for myself. I wondered what happened if you, like, fired stuff through here. And I noticed that when you do that, watch the cobra again. Watch the big spider. Get ready, okay? It seems to be recoiling. So I decided to myself, maybe I can actually hit that one guy. It turns out that the other side of the teleport is exactly where that guy is stood. And your projectiles will even penetrate through that force field because it's right there. And hit him. So to confirm it, I started looking at my bombs. Well, we've got these poison bombs that we haven't really thrown any of. We've got 8. What happens if we throw one? And there you go, there's your confirmation. You can actually see it starting to take damage. So, it's taking very low damage, and obviously these are kind of tanky enemies at this point. But the poison bomb is actually doing some work on him. So, I stood here, and I spammed poison bombs, throwing them through there. You can layer the poison fields on top of one another, I believe. I remember having a lot of discussion in the previous game about whether this works, but it totally does. See, it looks like I'm doing like 31 damage. I'm not really, it's just that I'm ticking multiple fields all at once. So, we'll just throw a couple. I think it took 4, maybe, to eventually kill it. There you go. And I didn't really waste anything there. So that guy's actually dead. Now this is a big deal, because normally when you go in this room, you're going to be blocked in from all quarters because this snake is in front of you. Well, now because this snake is dead, it allows you a lot more freedom of movement to maybe survive. So here we go. What we're going to do, and this is a very difficult encounter, so you're going to see me use a lot of things here. We are going to clear some crap out of Jonker's inventory here. There you go. Bombs can go with the skulls there. We're gonna we'll eat some lizards on the stick. I know you're hungry, Jonker. Amazing. So we've got that. We've got a rage potion. Okay, we're gonna put a speed potion on everyone. Everyone's gonna drink one of these. Everyone should probably drink a shield potion as well. So a little bit more alchemy here with Tikrit. Let's have a look. What was the shield potion again? Shield potion was etherweed and mudwort. So let's get rid of his blowpipe. Now, the blowpipe could be quite good here as well as a strategy. You put something to sleep. Etherweed and mudwort, right? Wait, no, that was speed. Oh, no, that's shield. Okay, so we got a shield potion up there. Got a shield potion over there. Got a shield potion here. Sandon doesn't need one because he can cast it for himself. And we'll make another rage potion as well. So this is a blood drop cap and falcon scire, which we learned earlier. And we're going to put that on Loto Patho, and I'm going to leave the last one. Don't really have many healing potions, but I don't predict we'll need them. So, what we're going to do is save, and we're going to drink all this stuff as quick as possible. We're going to start by casting with Sanon, his shield. Then we're going to go over to Jonka. We're going to go Rage, Speed, Shield. Loto Patho, Rage, Speed, Shield. Tikrit, wow, Resurrection, Speed, and that's it, I guess. Wait, didn't we make a Rage one for him? Alright, fine, this is good enough. Here we go, let's do it. What have we got? Well, we've got someone to our left. I couldn't move just for a second there. We've got 2 Gorgons, as you can hear. We've got some... Oh, my God. Tikrit, go to your both. For the love of God. Oh, no, no, no. Loto Patho doesn't have his bombs on. This isn't good. Okay, that's another snake dead. That's fine. So, Tikrit is petrified. Can he drink the correct thing? We've only managed to kill one enemy. There's another one dead. That's good. Okay, all right. So, I need to focus on multiple things right now. I need to cure that poison. And I need to be in a position where these guys don't own the fuck out of me. Oh, no, 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 no. That was a really deftly evaded attack there. All right, we just don't want everyone petrified. You will get game over if everyone's petrified. That's not good. Jonka is dead. Let's use our Potion of Resurrection. We got it quite a few episodes ago. He's back. There we go. He missed the attack there. There's another one dead. Okay, now we're 1v1. And we should be okay. Yep. And, I mean, it wasn't the smoothest, but we have managed to complete the room. And this is one of those things I feel like, you know, there is a certain type of gamer, a certain standard, and I sort of fall in that category as well, where you come up against something like this, and I know I haven't shown it in the video, but you really struggle against something like that. You really struggle. It seems impossible for your team to beat it. You don't consider, oh, hold on, I've got all of this, like, consumable stuff. And you just think, oh, maybe I'm a bit under-leveled, maybe I need to come back later, something along those lines. And that's just totally not what is expected of you when it comes to Grimrock. If you get a hard encounter, you do your best to use all these supplies they've been given you, okay? And you can manage to squirm your way through. Now, unfortunately, Tikrit was petrified, and he is our alchemist. So, I cannot make a petrification cure for him, which sucks, but we're pretty much done with the Tomb of the Guardians now. A tomb within a tomb within a tomb. And these weird things on the floor, I have no idea, really. I thought for a while that this encounter was so hard, I thought maybe there was a secret button that would cause, like, these to shoot flames or something out of the floor. Or spikes and just instantly kill your enemies. Maybe that is true, and I just never figured it out. But this is the way I ended up dealing with it. But now that that's done, all of the force fields have gone down. And that means the force field over here has gone down too. And we get the Ancient Claymore. Look at this thing. Oh my god, check it out. So we got, it's a heavy two-handed weapon. It requires heavy weapon 5, which we have got. So the fact that it's two-handed almost is irrelevant because it requires heavy weapon 5, and by being heavy weapon 5, you get two-handed for one-handed. Kind of an interesting thing there. The special ability requires heavy weapons 4, and it's Cleave, which is one of the earlier ones we saw. It ignores some enemies' armor. But this frozen steel blade still remains sharp, even though it has been wielded by 1,000 different warriors. And this thing does cold damage, 22 to 67 plus strength. 22 to 67! And our previous one was 13 to 39, which already was a massive upgrade. I mean, how crazy is that? I'm still not 100% sure. If we max out light weapons now, can we dual wield the Ancient Claymore and the poleaxe? Is that how that works? That would be insane if that was true. We did have 2 level ups. I'm afraid maybe Tikrit didn't get experience from that little fight. But we do have 2 level ups, so this should be pretty fun. Let's go. Does he really need more accuracy? I don't think he does. Let's keep going into crit for Loto Patho. And over on Sanon, we'll keep pushing into air magic. 1 more in air magic. We can start casting invisibility on ourselves, or that kind of fun stuff. And yeah, man, what a secret. What a secret. We're going to sort of lumber our way back home now. We're going to reclaim our arrow here. Putting us back up to 12. Find the save crystal. Don't forget, we are on the first floor here. Remember, this whole thing was just us falling down a pressure pad. A trapdoor, sorry. In a totally different area. So here is a teleporter as well. Now, the point of this teleporter is to take you back up to the 2nd floor without having to walk all the way up through the main staircase. Because remember, if you go in this trapdoor room, then it closes all the gates over there, and it's just a pain in the dick. So you come up here. The funny thing about this room, though, is the bouncing fireballs will come flying at you. So tomorrow, guys, we'll have a look at this room here, figure out exactly what's going on with these fireballs, and make some more progress to our next tomb key. Thanks very much for watching. Hope you guys are enjoying, and I will see you tomorrow.